Hi everyone, welcome to this demo on DiLytics Procurement Insight Solution on the cloud. I'm already logged into the BI cloud and I'm on the home page. For this demo, I'm going to click on the dashboards link and choose the procurement demo dashboard. As I come to the procurement demo dashboard, I see there are several tabs starting with overview, commitments, and so on. So on the overview tab, what we are seeing is high-level procurement metrics within the organization. On the top left, I'm looking at $70 million worth of requisitions have been raised, out of which $43 million worth of requisitions have been approved, which is about 61%. Similarly, on the PO front, $159 million worth of POs have been created, out of which $115 million worth of POs have been approved, representing about 72%. Of these $115 million worth of approved POs, which have been sent to suppliers for delivery of goods and services, $2 million worth of goods and services have already been delivered or received. After quality inspection, $1.8 million worth of goods and services have been accepted, which represents about 90% acceptance rate, which means there is 10% rejection. And then there are other metrics like incomplete amount, in-process POs, canceled amount, and so on. So this gives us a very good overall picture of the health of procurement organization. Now, while this is good information, I would want to drill into more details. So I click on this navigation link called View Commitments. That takes us to the next tab. And here I'm looking at the year-to-date commitment of $186 million. And that compared to the year-to-date commitments of $162 million last year by this time is a 13% increase. And this is highlighted as red because the 13% increase in purchase commitments by this time of the year is higher than the 5% increase in budget that we have seen this year. So this is kind of a little alarming. So I'm going to look at the details of the purchase commitments by clicking on the navigation link, which takes us to the details of the purchase commitment buckets. Now here we are looking at three different purchase commitment buckets. The first one is the approved POs, which we see that has jumped from 94 million last year to 115 million by this time of the year, representing an 18% jump, which is definitely worrying because it is higher than the 5% increase in budget. The second bucket of purchase commitment is unapproved POs, and that has increased only 2%, less than the 5% budget increase, so it's green. And the third bucket is the unapproved requisitions, which has seen a 9% increase. It's a little bit higher than the 5% budget increase, so this is a cautionary yellow. Now, let me use the navigation link on the approved PO bucket to see the details of the spend. And that takes us to the spend categories for the three buckets. And for the approved PO bucket, we have spend categories like capital projects, employee benefits, materials, and so on. And for each of these categories, I see that there are some that have increased less compared to others. Like capital project has seen a 71% jump in approved POs from 44 million to 153 million. I'm going to use the navigation link on this to look at the POs that make up that 71% jump in capital project spend. And this brings me to the individual purchase orders, purchase order line numbers, who is the buyer who submitted that PO for which org, for what goods and services, and so on. So we started with a high-level view into the metrics of health of procurement within the organization and able to drill down step by step into the most detailed level purchase order and purchase order line information for this. Now, purchase orders are a firm commitment to the supplier, so there is very little we can do about reducing the spend on the approved purchase orders. So I'm going to go back to the purchase commitment spend and look at the unapproved requisitions where this is still going through the approval life cycle within the organization. So we may be able to do something about those. And here also I'm seeing that there is a 9% jump in capital project with unapproved requisitions. So I'm going to use the navigation link to drill down into the requisitions that make up the 9% jump. And that brings me to the last tab in this Procurement Insight demo dashboard to look at requisition number, requisition line number, who is the buyer who submitted the requisition for which org, for what goods and services, going to which supplier, and so on. So again, we're able to start from a high-level overview of procurement metrics within the organization and drill down step by step to the most detailed level of looking at requisition lines. With this, we come to the end of the demo on DiLytics Procurement Insight solution on the cloud. Thank you.